Seconds.
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready! Laugh it up, monkey boy. Hey, good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? I got to straighten up my collar there. I got to look pretty. No flesh there. That's okay. Anyway, welcome to No Warning or Without Warning. I really think we should change the name of the show. Let me know in the comments below. Would you rather call this No Warning or Without Warning? I'm good either way, because Carl Witzman made me that dandy little promo there, and I hate to let it go to waste. Oh, the sideburns are unruly today. Anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, freelance writer, and former mortician's assistant. Hoping you had a great weekend. I know I did. And we've got some people to thank right away for bringing the show to you, the viewing public. And first of all, we want to thank our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can financially support your favorite creators. And these folks have faith in me. God bless them. I love them all. And in exchange for their support, they get a twice-weekly blog and more stuff. And we're going to get back to Volcana 2 real soon. We're reaching the conclusion of my current obsession, which is a new novel for someone else. But anyway, please check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, we want to thank our friends at Plasma Fire Graphics, namely Jeffrey Hayes, our friend, I should say, because he is a great artist. He's a fantastic person. And you want Plasma Fire Graphics working for you. If you want a great wraparound cover for your book, and if you want graphics to help sell it on social media, as well as a beautiful trailer, then you got to contact Jeff Hayes. Go to Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook, and then pop on over to plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about Jeff's indie-friendly pricing. He's a fun guy to work with, and he does superior work. He's an award-winning illustrator, and let him put that talent to work for you. As Plasma Fire Graphics, well, look, if your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. Anyway, good morning to everyone so far. We've had some comments. We've got some people trickling in, and Michaela Jade is first here, author MichaelaJade.com. Mwah, darling, how you doing? I'm at work and can't listen or stay for the fun. Catch you later tonight. I look forward to being caught, my darling. Anyway, check out Michaela Jade. Check out her Bella series on Amazon. She is an amazing author and a wonderful friend. And speaking of wonderful friends, there he is. Good morning, my fellow Brandon. No warnings. Hope everyone is having a fabulous morning. I'm on my way to speech therapy to learn how to breathe while talking. Wow. How have you been doing it before? Anyway, Brian, love you, man. I love you, brother. Hope you are doing better. Love you and Robin. And Brian's had some problems with breathing, which I understand. Let me get to the chair. Oh, that's better. I felt like Billy Barty was taking over the show. But anyway, Brian's had some difficulty with his breathing as of late, please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. It does help whether you think so or not. But think of Brian and think fondly of him. I do. We've got pictures that prove it. Anyway, I know this girl. How you doing, Keisha? Mwah, good to see you as always, darling. Check out Keisha Acup. She is amazing. And Speechless, or Stretches. I thought you said Speechless. Hardly. You know who I am. Anyway, Stretches. Oh, hello, Carl. Good morning. How are you? And Brian says, last night I finished my edits on part 2 of Memoirs of an Angel, the Great Pilgrim novel. 54,412 words were sent to the editors. I'm venturing into part 3. Woo! Woohoo is right. That is a great accomplishment, Brian. With all you've got going, dude, and you're still creating. Man, I see people giving up long before you do, man. I'm really proud of you. I really am. And good luck, Brian Rodman. Yes, definitely from all of us, Brian. Hope you get that done. Looking forward to the glorious results. And and what I miss, that's what an omniverse link. What I miss! You missed nothing but me blathering on Damian Waldron. How are you this morning? Much love to you and the missus. And Damian and Lauren and I had a very wonderful visit last week. This has been a very social week for me. Usually I'm my usual misanthropic self and hiding in my cave, well in the depths here of the compound. But we spent about 5 hours together. I could close the place down with you. But anyway, it was so good to see you, Damian. Thank you for that beautiful prayer. I forgot to bring it here to the broadcast center here. I've got to change that. I've got to change my background. And Damian is going to help me with some stuff. Thank you. And I'll probably be tapping Carl on the shoulder too. We are going to move our broadcast station into the lower catacombs right next to the sex dungeon. Michaela will help on that one. But anyway, we're going to move the operations down into the basement because the worst of the summer hopefully is over. Heat domes to the contrary, and the temperature soon will get cold in here because this is an old house and we have no insulation whatsoever. So we're going to move into the basement where the temperature will be more even. Plus, I can conduct business at night without Cookie overhearing what's costing her $2.99 a minute on the credit card. I mean, my hard work and labors. And anyway, it'll just be beneficial to everyone, and we're going to have a little bit of a period of transition. So this background you see behind me won't be there for a while. It may go virtual because we're going to look to put some memory in our computer here, which is why Patreon is so important to me. And some other things to beef up the quality of the broadcast, which we're ignoring the real thing that would improve this broadcast, and that is fire the host. But we're working around that. Anyway, Brian Rodman's slogan is never give up, never surrender. That's what makes him the starship pilot he is. And good morning, Teresa Dunn. Mwah. Brain, wow, you're overestimating me, darling. And Omniversal says hello to all the people. And hey, Demon, hello, everyone. And speak soon. BK, my brother is going to be moving house soon, and my time will be all stolen. I understand that. I moved twice in 2 years. Oh my crap! First from Illinois to Indiana, then from the south side of Lafayette to the north. The next time I'm moving, I'm either having professionals do it or I'm doing it feet first. So anyway, well, good luck, Carl. And seriously, if I have any problems, I will be calling you, and I do appreciate the help. I seriously do. And Teresa Dunn said, just want to let everyone know, okay, Teresa's making an official announcement here that there will not be a book fair on September 30th due to some major changes. I know I'm going to get this wrong, the Keokuk Book Festival or something like that. Anyway, be sure to cancel your page on Facebook, Teresa, or I might be able to do that. I think I'm a co-sponsor or something. But anyway, Teresa's had some changes in her life recently, as if she hasn't had enough, right? And she's faced everything bravely, but she hasn't had time to work on the book fair as it deserves, and so she's going to put it on the shelf for a year. And with any luck, I will be there. With any luck, Teresa. Anyway, good luck to you, and thank you for letting us know. Please spread the word. And hello, everyone say hello. So anyway, that's what we got going. Oh, and I want to point out the scroll down here, I just recently renewed my StreamYard subscription. And if any of you are interested in doing what I am doing right now, except probably 100 times better, if you want to create streams like this, then check out StreamYard.com. It is a great, inexpensive way and easy way to get your face and voice on the interwebs. And there is an address down there. If you want that address, take a screenshot, wait for it, hold on, not yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Take a screenshot now. And I will say that if you use this code, I will get something out of it. So it helps us too. But yeah, it's a reasonable service. And you can get there are different tiers. There's a free tier, which I believe lets you broadcast to one place. And then they have like a tier, I think you can broadcast to like 5, and then the pro level where I'm at, I can broadcast up to 10. But you can do different things like, let me see here. I could share screen pages. I could bring in different people. There is a lot of stuff here. It is not as robust a system as OBS, which Carl Witzman is an expert in, I must say. But for the beginning broadcaster, it is perfect, because I guarantee if you just go in and poke things, you will be an expert in 20 minutes. Seriously. And you hear the music in the background. It is royalty-free music that StreamYard provides. They also allow me to set up a second camera if you want to see the side of my ear or something. They also allow me to control the volume of the guests I have so everything sounds better. And every time StreamYard has an update, the price does not go up, and it is distributed usually through all tiers. So you don't have to get the pro level to get some really cool stuff. So if you're interested in broadcasting and expanding your reach, authors, if you are looking for ways to promote yourself, I swear to you, every damn day, that broadcasting is the best way to do it. I broadcast on this show goes out to 6 different platforms, including LinkedIn and Twitch. And you can get it for your business page on Facebook as well as your profile page. It allows you to see comments. And if you were, say, on YouTube and you want it to be, and you are monetized, it actually has a system where you can see like super chats and the special things that people do for you. I am not monetized yet, and I've pretty much given up on it, to be honest with you. But anyway. That's what happens. So if you want this, if you want to check out StreamYard, if you want to pick it up, go to StreamYard.com, and if you sign up, please use this web address to get there, because like I said, it means that I will get a little something for having turned you on StreamYard. So please check it out. Anyway, Carl asks Damien, can I assume the first of the 2 MCG books is on your Lulu? I bought Returns on Amazon. Oh, Mad Gasser Cheerleader. Please check out Mad Gasser Cheerleader books by Carl Witzman on Lulu.com. Also, check out Donna Carlene. She writes some good romance and steamy stuff on there, too. And I love both those people. And yes, indeed, it should always be on Lulu, he says. And sweet. And not sure why Amazon does it. Picks up one book and ignores the other. Carl, how did you list it on Amazon? Did you list the other book, the one that is not, the one that's being ignored? Did you do it through Lulu? Does Lulu have that capability, or Ingram Spark? Because I know that Amazon will not give as much priority to a book that there's like a separate algorithm for it, for books that are set up outside of direct to Amazon. Just like you get a better deal if you set up, say, directly to Walmart or directly to Barnes and Noble than you would if you allowed like Ingram Spark or Amazon to do it for you, or just wait for the aggregator to pick you up. But that's a question. Is it on Amazon? I have your book staring at me, waiting to crack in, but anyway, I want to read it in the right order. And oh yeah, you want to read them in order. The first book was on Amazon, but they dropped them after a period. What? I have not heard that before. That's weird. And Lulu it is. Yeah, that's the thing, Damien and everyone involved. There are other platforms for reading books other than Lulu. Smashwords is excellent for ebooks too, and plus there's stuff on Smashwords and on Lulu that you will not find on Amazon. So it behooves you to get an account on all of them. And good morning, Dawn Dulles. Good morning, Shenanigan Makers, darling. It's good to see you here. Hope you had a great weekend. And let's see, Dawn, excuse me. I thought Carl was reacting. This is only my second cup of coffee. And I'm not saying I'm more prepared. I've got a novel to finish. I got to drink some more coffee. And I create goings on. I am shenanigans free since at least last Tuesday. Yeah, you probably got your exorcism of the shenanigans out of you with your trip to Lafayette. And I hope your trip back home was uneventful. And I've got to say, shout out to Charles F. Millhouse of Stormgate Press and his lovely wife, Marianne, and their two young sons. Of course, to me, everyone is young. But I spent the weekend at their place last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we went to Pulp Fest in Pittsburgh. And I was sincerely sorry that I couldn't hook up with Grant and Angie when I was out there. But we had kind of a timetable, but it was slowly being eroded by various factors as it went on, and we couldn't commit to a time. But Grant and Angie, we will meet one day. I promise you. We are inevitable like Thanos. But anyway, we had a great time. We got to meet some good people. I got to meet Gary Phillips. I love his writing, and he was discussing a project in front of me that I cannot divulge. And I got to see our good friends, Jim Beard and John C. Bruning of Flinch Books. And John's got a brand new Midnight Guardian book out that I picked up. And I got a Zorro book and some other stuff from Jim. And there's just a whole bunch of people that I knew from Windy City. And I have to say, I'm telling you initially, this is the first time I'm announcing it, I will not be at Windy City Pulp and Paper in 2024 because I have already committed to Eclipse Con in Carbondale, Illinois the same weekend. And I have, I rarely cancel on a show, or I don't think I've ever said to one promoter, well, I just got a better deal. But yeah, I'm committed to Eclipse Con. Thank you, Nathan Bonner and the Student Union of Southern Illinois University. And that'll be in April of next year. But it usually falls on the same weekend as PulpCon, or Windy City Pulp and Paper Show, which Cookie and I have a wonderful time at, but I'm afraid I will not be able to attend this year because I have committed this year to Carbondale. So anyway, that is where things stand now. But no, we had a great time at Pulp Fest, and we are going to try to get in there. Anyway, Lulu lets you offer your book on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble through Lulu, but I think Amazon just delists them. That wouldn't surprise me. It's like, why? Because they, like Carl, for instance, if I were to delist, say, Santa's Sign, which I will never do, in order to create a new volume that I would upload later, it will still list the old book. They don't get rid of anything. That's why they've got, when I first started this journey 11 years ago, being a professional publisher, or as professional as I'm able to be, they had, at that time I was told, over 8 million books. Well, now they've got at least 12 million, because I have one anthology I'm in that does not get promoted, and it is in the 11 millions. So anyway, and it may, one thing I'm going to do this year, and it's something I think authors should consider. Many of us work handshake deals. Okay, let's be honest. We do handshake deals because we appreciate the people we're working with. We like them, they're friends, and so we do for them. Well, I've got some properties. I've got, like this one book that is like mired in the deepest depths of Amazon sales lists. I'd have to sell like probably 100 copies of the day to get that thing raised. It is that deep. But I have that story. I have a story in an anthology that, frankly, I'm not happy with the presentation or the lack of any sort of promotion. I also have a couple stories that I have listed with publications that have never come out. And so I'm going to contact most of these people. I'm basically going to, in some cases, ask if I could reprint the book with the acknowledgement of the original source. Others, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Now, how can I do this? I don't have a contract with them. So, in the eyes of copyright law, I still own it. In fact, I had a disagreement with a publisher several years ago. Real quick aside, then I'll get back to your comments, folks. I had a disagreement with a publisher. I didn't like the way he conducted his business. I thought it was quite unethical when I found out what this person is doing. I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to name the sin that I found. But I found he was doing it to me too. And he wanted to reprint a work of mine, but not give me anything for it. Basically, he didn't even want to give me a comp copy of it. So I said, fine, check our contract. And he said, well, we don't have a contract. I said, that's right. So I own the book. I own my writing in there. I own the version that I submitted to him. I don't, he added some inaccuracies, and so I kind of divorced myself from that project. But anyway, he was going to reprint this thing without any sort of remuneration to me. As Harlan Ellison said, always pay the writer. That's the WGA thing too. It's very fashionable. Start paying the writer, people. And I said, well, then I'm going to go public, and I'm going to say that I rescind permission for you to use that story. And he goes, you can't do that. And I said, how long have you known me? And he relented. And now I get comps. I can't sell because it's inaccurate. But anyway, remember when you do projects, I'm going to give some of the time to sell the story, the more recent ones. I'm going to give them time to sell it, but I'm going to take it back because I don't think it's getting fair treatment. And I'm not saying that I'm all that. I'm not saying it's because I'm a big superstar now. I guarantee, I think there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the entirety of Pope Fest, not counting Charles and Marianne and myself, who knew who I was. And one guy remembered me from Windy City. Go, oh, you're the guy with the fez. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know me. You're obviously one of my dozens of fans. But anyway, know your worth, people. That's the lesson for today. All right. Anyway. Cindy Kemp is here, my darling. Cindy Kemp, mwah! I'm loving seeing your adventures and QuadCons. I am digging that so much, and it makes me want to do more in your area. Cindy, it has been too long for us since we have seen each other. And Cindy's going, yeah, so far so good. But anyway, lurker mode engaged. Cindy, go to CKOEPP.com. Sign up for this lady's email newsletter because it is a fantastic read. You will actually feel better after having read it. Seriously, it's very uplifting, very inspirational, and I love it. I really dig reading it every month. I don't think I've read it from last month. I need to catch up on it. But anyway, glad to see you here, Cindy, as always, and never been damned before. Well, I guess you only have to do it once, Dawn. I am sorry. I am so sorry, sweetheart. And anyway, I can do more promotion, but I guess I don't care enough for money, although I may have to in the future since my niece is being a pain. Long story. Oh, Carl, if you want to vent sometime, let me know. You know I'm all ears and a dry shoulder. Yeah. I understand that, although what is it? Am I correct that over the weekend nobody won the over like $1.3 billion Super Lotto thing, and I think it's now over 1.5 billion. I heard it yesterday while I was driving home from Ohio. which driving to and from was an adventure. But anyway, not much fun, I'd say. But anyway, yeah, it's, and Carl, if nothing else, you promote, because I think you'd like people to see your work, because you are a superb writer. And I really love the Madagascar Cheerleader series. And the trip back, 3 detours to Kokomo, adding an hour to the trip, then Ollie sucked away another hour, then dinner. We didn't get back on the road till almost 9. Oh no! Oh no! Well, 3 detours? I only know of 1. Maybe they added some since I went. Oh dear. Yeah, because I know that because I know on Route 75, there is an intersection there, and I thought maybe the construction did not extend to it on the other side, but apparently they did. And the funny thing is, now this is for folks who read maps, between Rossville, Indiana, and Route 75, that's been under construction at one time or another for the last 2 years. I don't know what's going on down there, because you can't get to it. So I am sorry it took you so much longer, but imagine if you'd gone through Indiana. I took a circuitous route myself, and it added about an hour to my trip to Ohio, too. Now, I did plot a course like it's Star Trek, and I got on a route that took me basically back to Route 52. Again, map readers, you'll know. It hooked me up directly to 52 with avoiding all the other interstates, and got me home safely and in a timely manner, which was kind of cool. But anyway, I'm sorry you guys had so long, but I'm not that trip to Ollie's, I'm not taking credit for. And you can't miss the eclipse. We'll probably end up in Evansville with my sister. Oh, that'll be fun. What I loved about the last eclipse, because this is the second Eclipse Con. The first one was what became Saluki Con, when there's no eclipse. I remember going down for the very first convention down there, and it was Eclipse Con. 2 things were kind of memorable. One was, the rumor was, Mark Hamill is married to a woman who is from the region, and somehow the word got spread that Mark would show up because it was full of fans, but he would show up in a Star Wars costume, and the person who everyone claimed was Mark Hamill, I know who it was, and it wasn't Mark Hamill. And to my knowledge, Mark was nowhere near the place. And I think it takes a great deal of hubris on the part of fandom to say, oh, we're throwing it's like saying I'm throwing a book fair at my public library. We've got a dozen people. Surely Stephen King will want to fly out from Massachusetts to see us. In a pig's eye. But anyway, but it was kind of fun. I was helping spread the rumor. He's like, oh, Mark Hamill just walked by my table every time, and I knew who it was. It was not Mark Hamill. But yeah, I will actually, because I will not. And the thing is, I will be at the Eclipse Con instead of Windy City Pulp Paper, and it hurts my soul, but I did commit. Anyway, good morning to you, Eric Hawkins, and Eric was a guest of the Hero Initiative at a convention this weekend. I hope you got to talk to Jim Bosworth. He's a good buddy of mine. But the Hero Initiative is for comic book artists. See, there was a time when comic artists had no benefits. It was just straight page rates. You draw a page, you get paid for that page. Since the late 70s, many of the professional, we're talking about the main section of previews here, like DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, get a page rate for drawing. Then they get incentives if the sales reach certain levels, okay, and it escalates from there. Plus, some of them are under contract with exclusivity, where the company guarantees them work, and they also get medical benefits as well. But many comic professionals never had those benefits. And so the Hero Initiative steps in and pays their hospital bills. Sometimes saves them in a personal way. Steve Rude, who co-created Nexus with Mike Baron, years ago was in danger of losing his home because of a lack of work. Hero Initiative stepped in and got him work, or not got him work, but they gave him money to help him save his mortgage. William Messner Lopes has had health issues, and they've helped him quite a bit. George Perez was a severe diabetic, and the late great George Perez, and the Hero Initiative picked up some of his bills too. So it's a great organization. I support them fully, and I'm so proud of Eric getting asked about it. Anyway, Carl Witzman continues. Yeah, I cannot understand it even with Amazon. They'll list something for a while, then poof, Barnes & Noble will list the same book for years, then mark them out of print. Yeah, it's print on demand. Sheesh, yeah, I know. I just wonder, though, if Amazon prints like X number of books and has them on the shelf for, as long as they keep being reordered. So you never know. And Carl Winston greets the Eric, as we all should. All hail Eric. And William Bova's here. Hi, love to everyone. Love to you too. Mwah, glad to see you here, my friend. And I will get to your email today. It's been a time. Anyway, I talked to Jim for 2 days. We were in the booth together. Jim's a great guy. I know him through Kappa Alpha, which is a amateur press alliance. Back when it was still going, but it's only electronic now. But back when it was a print thing, what would happen is there were 40 people on the membership level, and we had people on the wait list, and those were people that waited for somebody to drop off of the membership roll, and then they would be invited to join. And I was a member for about 8-9 years, and the last two of those years I was central mailer. What happens is we would put together like a formal magazine, and it had to be a minimum of 4 pages. It could be as long as we wanted or as short. Shut up, people. And then we make photocopies of it, then send them to the central mailer, who then collates them. Gives everyone on the membership a copy plus a few extra for other people. And then, like some waitlisters and new people that want to sign up. And then he staples them together with the fabled KA stapler. And then they're mailed out across the country. And people send you the central mailer money to build up their postage so that the central mailer doesn't pay for it. It is all from each member individually. And during my time, we had some good people on there, like Paul Kupperberg, Tony Isabella, Wendy and Richard Peeney of ElfQuest fame met in Kappa Alpha. Also, past members include Steve Gerber of the Defenders and Howard the Duck, Roy Thomas, and Jerry Bales, the father of modern comics fandom, and all kinds of great names. Made their way through that magazine. Bob Rozakis, I met him through there. It was really quite an interesting place, and I was sorry to leave eventually, but that was when I was starting to get more freelance writing gigs, and so something had to give, and it had to be Kappa Alpha. But yeah, Jim Bosenworth's one of my friends from that time, and he's a super guy. And I will be at Indie Author Book Expo in Cedar Rapids on 9/9. Are you there? I can't be, unfortunately. I'm going to be. Where am I at? I've got a gig that weekend. It's a 1-day show, and I don't have my book with me, Cindy, but I won't be at Indie Author Book Expo that day. But I did just sign up for the one in November, November 25th, I think it is, at Valley West Mall. And hope I'll see you there. That would be great. And I will probably bring Cookie with me, and she's never met you. I would like her to have the delight, and vice versa. And Brian, we got to hang out with a couple extra hours in the car is a small price to pay. Dude, nobody was happier about it than I was. Cookie could have been more thrilled with me because she didn't know where I was. That makes her nervous. But yeah, I had a terrific time, David. I really did. I'm so happy and proud that you came up just to see me. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. And we will do something. We will do more of this in the future. And let's see. And morning all to Charles F. Millhouse of Stormgate Press and my travel companion for the weekend. Check out his brand new book. It's a brand new Western, and I have it in the other room because I didn't give myself any warning either. But anyway, yeah, Charles has got a catalog of great books, including the award-winning Pulp Reality numbers 1 through 4. With a lot of great works. And Cindy Kemp is in the new Western, too. It's a great time in that book. If you love Westerns, even if you're just casually thrilled by them, but the new Westerns 6-shooters book has Cindy in it. Clyde Hall is in it. I am in it. And, Alessia Alicia kept her out of it. Thank God, that woman, I tell you. But anyway, no. But yeah, that's... That's cool. Yes, 9/9. That is BirdCon. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. Yes, I will be at BirdCon that weekend in Harrisburg, Illinois, at I believe it's Southwestern Illinois University, which I didn't know existed until a few weeks ago. So anyway, Charles, I had a lovely time with you and the family. Charles is an incredible chef too. I would not lose any weight at his house. That is for darn sure. That super breakfast yesterday, that was so good. And Friday night, and we had a good time. We went to a place in outside Pittsburgh called Burgertory, where they serve gourmet burgers, and it was a great experience there. They have amazing milkshakes, and that would definitely bring my boys to the yard, that's for sure. Anyway, great time. We will do this again, Charles. We will do this again. But yeah, I've decided, Charles, I'm going to honor my commitment to we got the garbage truck outside. Okay, I wonder what that noise was. SalukiCon, or rather EclipseCon this year. I am going to honor my prior commitment to that. And I'll be back in Windy City next year. So hopefully you will be with me. That would be super. Anyway, is that FezCon on 9/9? No, you're right, Carl. FezCon is on the 9th. The week before is BirdCon. That's it. Okay, I've got it straight now. And September is going to be the month that murders Brian, because I have a gig every weekend of September, except for the now canceled Keokukkian book fair. So let's see if Brian survives it. Anyway, the city says I'm at the one at the 11-4. Will likely sign for the 11-25 too. Good, excellent. Well, I'm going to be at the 11-4 one too. Excellent. I mean, it's less than 5 miles from my house, so the commute's not bad. Well, I will have the worst of the commute of the two of us. It's going to be about 8 hours for me. But Jen is worth it, and you are worth it. I can't wait to see you again, Cindy. It'll be great. And the new Western anthology is much fun for all. Even let me play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your story in there, Cindy. I really am. And I just checked. BirdCon is 9/2. Excellent. And Damien, are you going to be there? It will be a party should you do. And we hope to see you, Cookie, soon. Yeah, Cookie is properly jealous, but she was glad to see me come home, of course, especially in one piece. But I did, along the way, I did get my Tim Hortons. Because Tim Hortons are plentiful in Ohio. In fact, that may be there's some in Fort Wayne, but other than that, I have to go to Ohio to get Tim Hortons. If I'm not at my in-laws' house, my parents-in-law. So I stopped off for gas first, and I thought I'm not leaving Ohio until I get Tim Hortons. So I stopped at a place and got some wonderful Tim Hortons, and I bought another can of coffee. Because you can't have enough of those things, I was happy. So I told myself I was going to get out of the car every hour, but I didn't. I was actually feeling pretty good. And I moderated my fluids enough that I didn't have to go all the time. Plus, I had my grinds. Get your grinds, brother. And so I actually made it back to Lafayette in about 6 hours, which was 2 hours better than before. Now I spent another hour. I picked up dinner for Cookie and myself, and then I went and fueled up the vehicle again so she could use it during the week. So, yeah, it was a good trip, and it was so much fun to stay with you guys. Thank you again for your hospitality and your generosity. And I hope so. I have your schedule saved on here. Someone has to help the NSA to track you. Yeah, because Brian's sure not being any help to him any of this morning. Thank you, Carl, for looking out for me. And plus I just knew since we were at the library at National FezCon too. Yes, please check us out at FezCon. That is going to be so much fun on September 9th. Carl and Donna will be there. And of course, Nick and Amanda will be there. I will be there, and we don't know who else. I don't know who else. No one tells me. And yes, BirdCon bound, the only con I'm doing in 2023. Well, I'm delighted that you are doing it. And dude, we're having dinner together. I'm telling you now. Unless you got a split, we are having dinner. All right. So it's only a 5-hour drive for me there, so it's practically next door. Yeah, I was talking to like Jim Beard or 2 days ago at Pulp Fest, and he asked me, how far? Or no, he and John were both asking me, how far away is Lafayette from here? And I said, it's straight shot's about 6 hours. If I took like the state routes, I could probably get there in about 6 to 7 hours if I, depending on how many stops I make. And they were just astonished that anyone would do that. So, like, dude, how do you think I, have achieved the level of fame and love that I have? Because I'm willing to do these shows. Because you know what? If you're not willing to do those shows, I actually know people, I'm not going to travel more than an hour from my home. That's fine if you live in a major town that has these book fairs. But for someone like me, Indiana only has, that I know of, 1, 2, 3 shows that regularly have authors. 4 I will say. Maybe, no, 5 now that I think of it. 5. 2 of them are Comic Cons, and one is kind of a pop culture thing, and the other 2 are dedicated book shows. But the thing is, one of them, I don't know if they changed their stance, but in the past they're going, well, if you're going to be a self-publisher, you don't deserve to be in our elite book fair thing. And it's probably mostly romance, where I don't fit anyway. But that's fine. One less place I have to go, and the other places that have me appreciate me. So there. Anyway, who else is going to be at BirdCon? I will be there. Probably Amy Hale, Kathy Jackson. Actually, they're both showing up now. I think about it, they're both definitely there. I know Scott Reed will be there. Plus, Rick Bradley will be there. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time, my friend. And let's see. And hope that Rich Asplin and Joe Bachman will come visit. And Fawn S., I won't try her name. I won't either. She's Fawn to me forever and always. But she's a delight. Yeah, and it would be great to see Rich and Joe again. But yeah, I hope Fawn sits up. She's lovely, and she's a delightful lady, and I love what she does. And Cindy Kemp says, QuadCon is absolutely fabulous, but I'm doing fewer next year. I plan to compete in a martial arts competition next summer. Wow, so I need to get some of my PTO back. Yeah, well, that's great. Keep us posted, please. The further flung ones, Dubuque, Davenport, maybe Omaha are out. We'll miss doing them, but the competition will be interesting. And darned if you can't make a story out of it, darling. I'm serious. That's great. I really want to keep up on that. Please keep me posted on that. That sounds cool. It will help promote you if you need a cheering section. But yeah, next year I'm definitely doing fewer shows because I will admit, I'm getting older. And these things take a lot out of me now. I think it was 2017, from like mid-January or mid-February or so to mid-December, I had a show every weekend before. And I'm not saying I'm looking for excuses to quit the road. I don't want to, because I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. And I get to see my friends. That's the main thing for me. But I've got to cut out the shows that aren't performing for me. There's a couple shows that did not perform well at all this year, and I will not be going back ever, probably, unless things change drastically. But I do have some shows I love doing. I'm gonna miss doing Windy City Pulp and Paper next year, because I had such an astounding time the last year when I set up there, and the year before when I was basically toting home the awards. So Charles, you better not win any awards this year at Windy City, or else Ron and Rob are going to just have to mail them to you. So anyway, let's see. Charles Millhouse says his next show will be in Huntington, West Virginia this coming Saturday and Sunday. If you're in the area, come see me and the Family Orbits comic book creator Charles Davenport. That will be great. And I better get over there and pester our mutual friends. Tell him I love him And that mutual friend is Nick Tockert on Nevermind the Furthermore every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. Check out that show. It is great. It's much improved. The previous host was a doofus. Anyway, Charles Millhouse, that's the Huntington Toy and Comic Con. Check them out online. Check out Charles' page because you know he's going to talk about it. And go over there and give those guys some love from everybody at Rising Tide, okay? And actually, I should let you all go because we're about at the end of our hour here. We just passed the 45-minute mark, and I definitely never want to step on Nick's toes. So check him out. And since it's Monday, also go over and check out Nita Lanning and Daphne Lage on their show. That's a good time, too. If you're into comics, into creativity, you definitely want to check out those girls. They are awesome. I'm looking up something real fast here. And let's see. No, I don't need glasses. No, I don't need that. And let's see. Let's get that some. Yes, on the Indie Comics Network at Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. The Raging 2, the vlogs. Check out Nita Lanning and Daphne Lage. Tell them we sent you. Tell them Brian sent you. And maybe they'll blow you a kiss the way Nita does me. So anyway, so that's going to do it for now. Let me get all of our stuff in here real fast. First of all, thank you to our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creatives directly with a modest monthly stipend, and these wonderful people support us, which we're so happy to have you guys. Thank you guys and gals so very much for your faith and your love. And in exchange, we give them a twice weekly blog as well as some great stuff. And we're going to do some really fun things for our $5 and $10 people. If you sign up now at the $5 or $10 level, actually sign up at the $5. Seriously, I need to redo the $10 level because we've hit a wall on that one because there's only so much stuff we can put out. But anyway, check out our $5 level where you get to see the first draft of my new Volcana novel. And we've had to shelve that temporarily, but we're going to start that up in a couple weeks, and we're going to make up for lost time. So anyway, that is what we've got going there. So check us out on www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. All one word, all lowercase. And we also want to thank Jeffrey Hayes for his ongoing sponsorship of our enterprises here. That's Plasma Fire Graphics. And look, if your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. You want a great package of graphics, such as a wraparound paperback cover, a comic book cover, the graphics to help sell it online, and also maybe a beautiful book trailer, then you want to talk to Jeffrey Hayes. Go to the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook and check out the samples, and then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You'll be so glad you did. He's a great guy to work with, and he's an award-winning talent. When you look at his work, you'll find out why. That's Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers, and I poke you in the eye. Anyway, thank you for being here and making this not so much of this. There we go. Yeah, those controls on StreamYard are pretty slow this morning. Might be me, but I doubt it. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We have one more comment. We can get to it. There we go. And Omniversal Inc. Damien, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Love you, man. Have a great and productive day. See you on the flip flop. We will be flipping and flopping all day. I'm 1,000 words away from finishing my first draft of my novel, and that's my obsession. And I've got to get tomorrow's blog entry done. Got to catch up on my emails from the weekend. I'm 3 days away from checking my email. I should have done that when I was at Charles' place. Again, thank you again to Charles and Marianne Millhouse for hosting me this weekend. It was a great time. I had a super time. I owe you guys so much, so many ways. Anyway, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for indulging me this morning with no warning. And I'm pouring myself another cup of coffee because I got a day to get through. And hope you all have a happy one. Hope you all have a great weekend. And do what you can to make it good for someone else too. All right, it'll come back to you. That's Rising Tide way. And now we will let's get to where we need to be. Also, want to remember, check out this address here, this exact address here. Do a screen capture now. Do a screen capture now. Do a screen capture now. And it'll be running as we end the show. Check out StreamYard if you have any interest in broadcasting. It is, they have a free version. They have different tiers for pay versions that give you a little bit more as far as your reach, but it is a great, simple way to get your feet wet when broadcasting and put on a really cool, smooth, professional-looking show, unlike this one. So check it out, and check out StreamYard. And if you use this code here, if you log on using this address, then I get a little something out of it, and it helps the rising tide, okay? Anyway, folks, thank you for being here again. And let's see, we've got one more comment, and thank you, William. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're finally getting my obsession behind me. I'm hoping to get that done before the end of August so I can scare the hell out of my publishers, which is what I live for. Anyway, and what I also live for is talking to you guys. We will be back hopefully, almost assuredly, next Monday around 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central with another No Warning. You got warning, but nobody else did, okay? And a good day to you, Dawn. Love you, sweetie. And take care, Charles. Give Marianne a hug and the kids a hug for me. But anyway, we're going to take our leave of you now and return you to your regularly scheduled day. Thank you for being here with 2 minutes. Remember, never mind the furthermore on Nicholas Tockert's channel on YouTube. Check him out there. Enjoy the show. And as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Make this a good day for everybody, and it'll turn out to be a good day for you. Take care, everyone. And remember, we'll be here next week. Like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, you get no warning. Take care, everyone.